Hey guys, thought I'd do a review of the Scottish Ale. Matt and I did. Get a pour of this, give you a little Wally Feck look at it. And we'll sit down, talk a little bit about what's been going on at Woodshed, and we'll get a little review of this beer. Alright, let's get that a decent look here. It's got the Brewtubers emblem on it. You can see hasn't cleared out as much as Matt's. Still liking the color on this beer. Carbonation hasn't come up as much as Matt's. Still, again, we're doing the set it and forget it, so I'll probably give it some more time and just do that. But we'll sit down and get a nose on this and we'll try it out, see what's going on. All right, guys, so this is the Scottish Ale, Wee Heavy, that Matt and I did. I'm playing around with the name of Kilt Kicker. So I don't know if Matt and I haven't really talked about a name yet, but I was gonna throw it out there to him and see what he thought. So it's kind of got a nice color on it. Maybe just a little bit better lighting over here. You can see through. You can see the darkness in that shadow through there, but it hasn't cleared out a ton yet. Again, not a lot of head retention. And as I was saying a minute ago, the carbonation's not quite up, I don't think, where I like it yet. Not quite sure why. It's been in there. So this is brewed on the 21st. I didn't write down the kegging date, but I know it was probably about, it was probably 3 or 4 weeks. I ended up letting mine go a little bit longer. Matt had gone on vacation after it. Mine finished up, and then I cold crashed it and let it crash for probably, oh geez, I bet you a week and a half, 2 weeks. So somewhere, I'm guessing 3 weeks would put you what, middle of November, I guess, at that point. So it's had a good, set it and forget it. Should have more carbonation by this point. So not quite sure why, but let's get a nose on it. That's a nice. I really like the malt backbone of this. Obviously, it's a malt bomb, being a Scottish ale, Wee Heavy. Give you maybe like a hint of leather, that type of thing in there. That same type of thing that you get out of that bourbon whiskey types of things that you get when you do a little snifter of those. But that's really nice. Sla'inte, guys. And the flavor follows right up with that same profile. You get that not really a burn. There's not that. It's a 9.2% beer. Mine is original gravity ended up at 1081. We were shooting for 1092. My efficiencies, when you get up these higher beers, efficiencies don't go quite as well. But I was shooting for 1092, and I think Matt and I ended up being fairly close with this. 1081 down to a 1012. 9.2%. It is 27 on IBUs and 17 on the SRM in terms of colors. For me, it was 7 3/4 brewing liquor. Did the salts. I believe this one, brewing salts for me, I think we ended up going amber medium for brewing salts in this in terms of the target profile. It was 15 pounds. I used Maris Otter. That was the variable between Matt and I that we ended up having the base malt. And then it was a pound of Golden Swan Munich Light, I should say. 10 ounces of Crystal, 3 ounces of Cararoma, 1 ounce roasted barley, ounce and a half of EKG at 60, 0.8 ounces EKG at 15, a World Flock yeast nutrient. Both of those were at 15, and that's about it. I think that was it for the beer. So far, very happy. Other than the carbonation, just give it a little bit more time here. So I know Matt and I are talking about shipping these back and forth to each other probably sometime middle of January here after the shipping craziness all kind of figures itself out, I guess. I got a Christmas card from my parents today in North Carolina, postmarked on the 10th of December. And today's the Sunday after Christmas. So what are we at, the 27th? So had a couple of guys in Discord today were talking about buying different things for the kids and Christmas and not having it there in time. And so crazy. But so yeah, this has turned out really well. I got a double brew day coming up tomorrow. So I actually have 2 yeast starters right over here that I've got going. One is with Exit 12. It's actually 2 collabs going on. I know I'm the king of collabs and Brewtubers, it seems like lately, but the one with Exit 12 is something we've actually been planning on doing for a while. Had to postpone it. Some different stuff popped up with COVID and just regular types of things in terms of scheduling, and getting it around Christmas was hard. So finding time off for everybody. So we have it tomorrow, and we had scheduled that quite a while back. And then Dave at Big Dog Brewing and I had talked about doing Black is Beautiful, the Imperial Stout that was put out. I believe it's Weathered Souls Brewing that put it out. So I decided, why not do a double brew day? That way I'm 4 or 5 hours of a brew day kind of kicks the snot out of a day anyway. So figure why not do that. Got a buddy of mine that's never done all grain before. So Dave is actually coming over here. He has an Anvil Foundry, and he's bringing that over. A buddy of mine has done probably, I guess, 6, 7, 8 batches maybe. First time home brewer. And he's done all extract. He was looking to go to all grain. So he's been looking at the claw hammer. So I think it's going to be really cool. You can see Dave's system with the Anvil Foundry. I know a couple of you guys have it and really like it. So I think it'll be cool for him to be able to see that. Go through a full brew day with all grain, kind of see how it goes, and then hopefully get them into the hat, or really sink them into the hobby. So a couple other things going on. I got this gifted to me. I got 18 of these. So I had a friend of mine that is into chemistry, so I've been picking her brain in terms of water and how water is used in brewing. She's more of a teacher in chemistry, not so much into brewing, but just talking about how different Epsom salts affects water, and what does calcium chloride do, and how does hard water compare to soft water and neutral water, those types of things. So I gave her some beer just to try, as I'm kind of working on the recipe, and she'd had these given to her, and she was looking for clear ones, and a friend of hers gave them to them, so she gifted these from me giving her beer. So it kind of worked out both ways. So I got 18 of them. I got, I think 3 or 4 of the blue, and the rest of them are in the brown. So maybe I'll take some of this Imperial Stout and age it a little bit. Anybody ever aged in these? I've never done it. I was wondering. I got their new gaskets as well. They came with the package, so I can put new gaskets on these as well. But I was wondering if anybody's aged with these, good, bad, and different. I know I saw Nate at Under the Table Brewing South. He did a porter, I think. I saw him. Is that Mocha Man, Randy Savage, maybe the beer he was talking about on his Homebrew Wednesday? I saw that he's got his aged in regular bottles, capped it, and then did a wax cover to them. So I was wondering if anybody's got anything, leave it in the comments. I'm not sure. I think this would be cool to age in, some type of Imperial something. So if anybody's got any recommendations on that, let me know. I'd be interested to see. So hopefully I get some footage of the brew day. And I also did a quick video on how I do starters. So I'm going to post that here pretty quick too. So hopefully I'll just put this up as a Homebrew Wednesday, and then kind of took everybody through the yeast starter that I use. I don't use DME. I'm cheap. I've got base malts, $1 a pound, so I can do it cheap and easy. And I've stolen a couple of different ideas from different people. Drew Beecham, Denny Kahn, they do I think they call it shaken, not stirred. They do it on 1 gallon, little, the smaller carboys. So shake it and then pitch your yeast, and it's aerated that way. So it's the way I've been doing mine, just kind of making it easier. I got that off Experimental Home Brewing. So it's just kind of a simple, easy way to do it. So I kind of put that out. So I think that's going to be a 5 or 6 minute video, just kind of through my process. So, but I've rambled on for 8 minutes here. So Matt, I think we have a heck of a beer. If I get a little more carbonation, if mine looks like yours or gets closer to yours, I think we'll be very happy with that. So we'll talk here at some point here in the first of the year, after the first of the year, and we'll get beer shipped around, Matt. Nate and I are doing a yeast trade, yeast mail maybe instead of a beer mail. He had some Kvike yeast, however you want to say it. A couple of strains that I don't have, and I have a couple of strains he doesn't have. I think I have Oslo, Juggernaut, and Berserker. Berserker and Juggernaut I got from Gary during the malt experiment, maybe? I'm trying to remember. It was a while back. And then Oslo I'd gotten from Bootleg Biology. So, gonna ship him over a couple of those. I think he's got about 4 or 5 that he's gonna ship to me. Maybe Nate can ship this down to you as well. Give you a couple of these. The carbonation comes up. I'm not sure why that's the case yet, but got a couple more things that got to get out in the mail as well. Yeah, so I guess I've gone on for almost 10 minutes, so get the heck out of here and stop wasting your guys' time. So hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope you have a happy new year. I'll try to get some brewing footage from the Double Brew Day tomorrow. Get that up here for this next week. Hope everybody has a great 2021, and be looking for Brewtubers. The club formation going to become kind of official, so there's some videos out there. Exit 12 and Gary, main brew guy, put stuff out, so that's coming up here in January. And I believe got an experiment coming up in January that I think I'm going to be the hub for as well as we're moving forward. So got some stuff coming up, but looking forward to it. But got a little time off here, enjoy some time with the family, a little brewing. So hope you guys all have a great one. Enjoy the week here between Christmas and New Year's, and happy 2021, and Sla'inte, gents. Have a great one.